Why there's so much emphasis? The people want to know why there's so much emphasis. It's Twisty Nipsey. Allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me Jack Sleed. Emphasis on the Jack Sleed. Every other week I get a nosebleed. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the Ozarks Trails. Oh! Fresh out the frying pan into the fire, I be Bentonville's #1 chain supplier. It's true. Drier than a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's Lizzie. Right, Sleeve. Oh, not John or Dean. It's similar to them fellas, no one can do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Dean told me you got some chalky milky. So that's what I'ma do, take you back to the dude with the Mazda. Fast forward the bikes and the buzz cuts. Let me tell you degenerates what I do to protect this. Shoot at you actors like movie directors. This ain't a movie, dawg. This Jack Sleed, baby. You really thought there'd be some audio here. Ha! Ha! Well, let's give it to him.
Nah, fuck all this. No, fuck all this, dude. I ain't fucking playing.
Jack ain't lie. Seriously, Jack didn't lie. He stopped playing with us promptly after. This has been Twisty Nipsey. We can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Supper Time in Minecraft.
And welcome back to Glencliff Gardens Plants and Such Emporium.
Yes,
would you like to see our pretty peonies 40% off today only?
That's right, 40% off at Glencliff Gardens Plants and Such Emporium.
I just picked up my my Switch controller to try and play this game of Minecraft that we're playing. Yeah, it's good.
That's good, John.
Good. Hello, everyone. My name is John. Some know me as John, and others know me as John. And we are going to play Minecraft today. Yes,
we're back, baby.
We hadn't played for a while. We briefly looked around here. I guess it wasn't that brief. It was pretty thorough on some of the stuff that we've done around here, and then we went to the ancient city, and then we watched the carnage, and we've actually turned back time, so that didn't happen. You can see that we've reversed time. We were able to wind back the clock. Of course, Jack Slade is a time mage, so he was able to assist us in this process. And we've reverted the world back to before the Dazzling. Yes. And here we are. This is pre-Daz again. We were able to appease the ancient Roman god of chaos and buy ourselves, probably like another 20 minutes in this world. So I think that's a good thing, don't you?
Yeah, sure. Well, it would have been more than 20 minutes for me. I would have had to build a lot of stuff again. And I'm not that good at this building thing, John.
I meant like he's not going to come back and smite us again for another 20 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Not that he did 20 minutes of damage. No, I think he did several hours of damage. And as we well know, I am also not a fast builder.
But John is good builder. He's a very good builder.
I have a style.
Look at this.
I think my style is. Yes, I mean clearly the gems of Maruzio Alley are the interiors.
Yes.
Best part by far. I mean, just look at this interior. Like, good God, is there anything prettier than this?
Oh, you're in the one next door. I thought you were in the cha-cha room.
No, I'm in this one.
Yes. Look at this.
I mean, look at this cauldron.
The minimalism.
Look, there's one.
Yeah, that's in every room because that's like the staircase.
I know what it is. I put it there.
Incorrect, John. I actually ended up having to put those there because they were missing it on those.
Oh yeah. That's the ones that you did all on the same side.
That's the
I was gonna fix that, but I can't be asked.
that's the Zamquan original.
It's the Zamquan original. I want to take this turtle helmet off. I hate this. Okay. Yes, we're back. We're here to do some Minecraft.
Yes, it was the re-emphasis.
Yeah, I heard that you definitely did play that song.
Or did you not listen to the intro music, John?
I did.
Oh.
Why there's so much? Why there's so much? Why there's so much?
Wait, can you see me right now?
No.
Oh, you can't. You're not watching the stream anymore.
Well, I am watching the stream. I thought you meant, can I see you in Minecraft?
This
No,
is a surprise. It was my hair, John. Cut it even shorter.
You did?
Haha, the joke's on you, John.
Why? Why?
I wanted to go even shorter this time. This is as close to a buzz cut as I think I can get.
Oh, someone.
I got no hair up top now.
Individual.
It's all show.
What do you want to do today, Lemon?
I don't know. I can help you build stuff. I wanted to have Jack build whatever his contraption was over here.
Well, judging by the size of the base that he laid, my guess is that it's not a one night thing.
Oh yeah, that is true. You can build your dock.
I do need to build the boardwalk. I've sort of laid it out like the base of it here. The idea is that we'll do one more building on Glencliff here, and like the bottom floor will be a like an entrance to the boardwalk. Maybe it'll be an arch with a building on top of it. And that one will have an upstairs that leads to this boardwalk, which will have shops along here. You can see I sort of did the alley back here last time, or maybe I did this off stream at some point. But you can imagine that all the shopkeepers would come back to the alley and they'd be able to walk back here and get into their shops, which will be up here on the boardwalk. And then the actual boardwalk itself where people can, go and walk on boards. And then below it will be this beach area that's going to be quite dingy. Both of these are actually going to be quite dingy. They're not supposed to be very touristy. That's what the other side of the map is for. This side is quite poor in comparison.
I mean, you can only get so much lower, John.
Well, it's again. I don't think it's going to be worse than East Maruzio Alley, but I mean, in theory, that's the richest part of the city, right? It's the city that's got I don't know, the western half of the city. It's got the boardwalk on it. It's got the lakefront views, but this half of the city, after all, is still the industrial center. Well, not industrial, but it's like the I don't know. It's like the low level commerce, right? The far side is where the elite lives, and the it's like the politics, right? We've got the Capitol building, got the opulent marble and cubic meter of diamond in the eyes and on the sword.
Yes. Don't forget John Old in the back. We got old John Old.
Yeah, the light and dark sides of the Emperor.
Sir John Old. That's great.
Would like to see you build more over here.
We're at? Oh, like on this end?
Yeah.
I don't know what to build here, man.
I think you should build more homes on this island here. And I suppose this is oh god, what is this? That's the northeastern island of the city.
I just had like one big villa.
I recognize that, and I think you should build more. I think you should build.
Space.
You can do some. You can have them like go around here. You can have one that's like right up along the river. You could try and do one with like a water wheel if you wanted to. That would be kind of cool.
Wait, what's a water wheel?
You don't know what a water wheel is?
No.
Um, I'll send you a picture of one. Hold on.
Yeet. Or I can Google it myself, actually.
Yeah, you can see them. You've definitely seen these before. They're like things that some buildings would have that they put in a river, and the wheel itself turns, and that like powers something inside them.
Oh, okay, I see it. No, I don't know how I would construct water wheel, but
Or maybe you can make an actual like. This side is more full than the other side.
oh, look, the lighthouse is blinking.
That'd do. I don't know. You don't have to, certainly. But it feels like that there's plenty of space over here for you to do more, like around the
God,
outside.
my head is
Obviously,
getting cold.
what is getting cold?
My head is because like it's like the whatever the fan or whatever is like I've never had this feeling before. My head is cold. My head is cold, John.
I used to get buzz cuts as a wee lad.
Spikes in the buzz cuts. And I never got buzz cuts. And that's just my whole head, especially like the back of my head feels really cold. I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio on Titanic. All right, relax. Okay, let's extend these out. Let's make some new little side properties.
You to, right? Like if you want this entire island to consist of just the one villa, then by all means leave it. But I feel like there's a lot of space for you to do other things if you want. You can just naturify it if you'd like as well.
Yeah, I might just do that because I like to have the open land because we need the land.
I don't know if you can tell that's not something that I've incorporated in this side of the city. It's very cramped. I guess that's a good contrast.
Yeah, haha, jinx. I don't know what type of tree to build here.
Build it yourself. Build the tree yourself.
Oh, I don't like to build a tree by myself. Eat, little tree, eat. Why won't the dark oak tree build?
Do you have 2x2?
Or do I have to put it like...
Gotta be a 2x2. There you go.
Whoa.
I don't think the dark oak tree is a particularly nice looking tree.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. What do you think?
You definitely have seen it before. Mostly because we have one of these forests literally in our backyard. Back when we used to play this game survival. It's...
You think spruce trees? Oak trees? John trees?
My answer is. I already told you what my answer is.
A cha-cha.
I think you should build your own tree.
But what wood?
Your favorite.
Spruce.
Do you want it to be light or dark?
Dark. But I will use spruce. So does spruce also have to be 2x2?
No, it doesn't have to. You can grow it 1x1 or 2x2.
Oh god. Look at this tree.
There are some 2x2 spruce trees that look really good, but those grow very tall.
Ah, okay. Let me test it here. Oh yeah, look at this puppy.
That's not a 2x2.
Yeah, that's a 1x2.
That's a 1x1. You can see the other sapling that you left down here is just still chilling there.
Oh. Oh, shoot.
Well, you've now grown two 1x1s right next to each other, and
Yes.
now it looks like a tree with like a giant tumor over here.
Maybe that's the point.
Is that the point?
We're just going to act like it is. Whoa, John, it completely switched up the floor.
Yeah, change it to puzzle. We can fix that. And this is a terrible the 2x2 tree.
Yeah.
There are much better ones than this.
Is there any way just to remove all these blocks in one fell swoop, or do I gotta break it?
No, we can do it. Hold on.
Don't worry, I will break. I am feeling confident. Dang, I did not realize this thing would get so high in the sky. Gosh, what about that grass? No, it's all weird. Oh.
There you go. You can just replace the grass at the end of it. Yeah, the 2x2 spruce trees do that, and it's very annoying.
Should I do it again, John?
Yeah, try it again.
I think we found my new addiction.
That's a much better 2x2.
Yeah.
You might have to fluff it up at the bottom a bit if you want the leaves to be lower, which I think you probably do. But you can just like copy the pattern that it does up top.
Look at this little pufferoo here.
I gotta get back to building my gradient. Okay. Very dark. Like that. We kind of do like that, actually. A little, hard to say.
John, would you say you're at a content point in life right now?
No.
Are you hungry for more?
No. Would you say you're at a content point in life right now?
I'm pretty happy with where I'm at.
I would describe that as content.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, I'm not asking you if you're living, perfectly. I'm asking if you're content.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty content with where I'm at right now.
If we go just a hair darker, let's head for the spruce area. We can mix in these. Yeah.
Oh, John, I wanted to tell you. I think I'm going to give up on Covert Affairs. I'm not really liking how the tone of the third season is going.
That's fair. Third season's definitely the weakest season by a wide margin, but it never hits the heights of the first two again.
Yeah, they're tone shifts.
I like Covert Affairs. I like Covert Affairs a lot. Probably more than you do, or ever would even.
Like the first couple seasons, definitely what had that USA vibe, which is what drew me into it. But now it's just obviously it feels just like any other show. It's like I could be watching Castle or 24 if I wanted to have like a high octane action drama.
All right, easy. You've never watched 24. You don't know what 24 is about.
But that's that's a straight high octane series. That's a very intense show. I liked Covert Affairs because it was again in a USA show. It was like a comfort food kind of thing. It had a good balance between comedy, action, drama. but it never took itself too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, it went through the same transformation as all those other shows did. And I said to you about Suits when we were talking. You noticed this change pretty early on in season 3, and I told you about the show that I don't think it suffers as much as Suits did in this transformation. And while I still agree with that, I think you liked Suits more than you ever liked Covert Affairs.
Yeah, I think it worked well with the tone shift, but it still maintains some level of humanity. It's just
Suits, did you mean?
Yeah, Suits.
Yeah, I don't agree with you. I think it's tone shift, largely just stripped the series.
Yeah, my thing was because like they got rid of like Annie's human side, which is her relationship with her family, her sibling, nieces. And once they're like, oh, we're gonna leave and go to California, it's like, okay, you don't have that moment of just being human. Now she's just slowly becoming a stone cold Spot, which is, again, that's fine. You can have that character transformation, but I wasn't sure.
And you're not compelled to stick around to see if that is the true end goal.
I just kind of read the synopsis for the future episodes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. That's different than giving up on it. Well, it's...
I just don't want to invest any more time watching it, so I just said I just read the synopsis.
You must not have read a very good synopsis, because I think the TLDR of the end of Covert Affairs is not Annie Walker becomes a stone cold spy, giving up everything else in her life.
I mean, at the end, like, what is she left with? Like, just herself.
Incorrect. Very incorrect.
Well, yeah, the writers tailor-made her like the perfect guy to fill in her, fill in the void. Which I was like, eh. Like Augie leaves. I don't think she really has much of a relationship with like Joan and Arthur in that way. We haven't heard from Danielle. We don't know what happened to Ben Mercer. He just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Never to be heard from again.
You asked me about Ben Mercer and I didn't say anything, because Ben Mercer fucks right off.
It's just not good writing. They left all these plot holes that I don't even think they were ever going to address or wrap up.
Yeah, you were never going to like Joan the character very much. I really like Joan, and I like Joan and Annie's relationship a lot. I think it's... Like, I really like its complexities.
But did you think it diminishes over the series, or no?
No. Well, what do you mean by diminishes?
Like, do we see it more frequently? Do we see it less frequently, I guess?
No. I think it changes. And I think that it certainly... They don't have a good relationship, ever. They have a relationship that really toes the line between, like, mentor-advisor, like, dependence, and not competitiveness, but, like, antagonistic. I think it really balances all three of those, and I think that's super clever. I think that brings a lot of life to Joan's character that we might otherwise be lacking in somebody who needs to be as, like, methodically in depth as she does.
I'm almost unnaturifying all this. At least what I interpreted was like, I was like, okay, the writers are going to go that process of trying to, take this kind of more naive young spy recruit and turn her into, a proper spy, which I think is cool. I just wasn't sure if the way they wrapped, like, they kind of progressed it was the right way. I think they should have had it more of a tragedy than having her like have this Ryan McQuaid guy randomly pop up. I think it would have been better if she just was alone and all she had was her missions. Because
Had you met Ryan McQuaid when you stopped watching?
no, that was in season 5 when he showed up. Like at the very end,
Okay.
he shows up.
I didn't know how much you'd watched since then.
I watched like 4 episodes of season 3, and I was just like, no.
That's fine. I told you. This is something I told you like 2 days ago, and you're like, Zaman doesn't give up on shows. I'm like, you're allowed to give up on shows. You should.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you did. I also think you should. It's the reason I think you should watch Bird Notice and also be okay with giving up on it. Because if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah, that's true. But I think
not watching a show because you're afraid you'll feel committed to a show you don't like is a very weird hang up to have. I think you realize that. I mean, you don't feel wrong about giving up on Covert Affairs?
No, I wish I could have enjoyed it. I think it was a cool concept. I like spies type shows, and I've seen shows where they take a similar route, but they have a different outcome. And I think it would have been cooler to see like a tragedy where she just ends up alone because she sacrifices everything to be a spy. And that's what you see. And I remember early on, like, there was that episode where I think it was the last time Ben Mercer showed up, where they had to save like that one CIA agent in Mexico City. And Joan was talking to Annie and saying, are you the spy that wants the job or needs the job or something like that? And I think over time we see Annie transition from someone who wants to do the job to someone who needs the job. And I think that would be interesting to see her drive everyone away, and she's just left alone with the job. We have Augie still be like, I'm leaving and going to wherever. Oyel, how do you pronounce it? Like Oyel or Oyel or
Ayal.
Ayal. Yes, you have Ayal get back together with his ex, and now she doesn't have that, I guess. And her, whatever, she's just left alone. But she has her missions, and that's just how it ends. It's just being alone and focusing. And just okay, what's the next mission? She's just alone. She doesn't have Danielle and no one else in her life. All she has is the spy life. I think that would be an interesting way to go, like a tragic route, where she becomes just the ultimate spy, but she's all alone because of it. There was no human side to Annie Walker, which I think would be an interesting thing. Because you can see that character.
I hear you say that.
What?
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
That's because I've watched, like, you call it the normie shows, the Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and Peaky Blinders, but those shows aren't, they show where like the character gets the moment to redeem himself. That character just, you watch these characters become the worst versions of themselves and become a character, where it's not a happy ending. And I think sometimes those endings are quite powerful because it's different. And I think this show could have gone that route. Because the whole tone shifts, even like the intros, like that same like really campy intro is not there in season 4 and season 5. It's just covert affairs, like just that black and red text. The whole tone shifts. That's what I feel like. That's what the writers tried to do. I just don't think they did it the way I liked. But so that was a cool concept, and I think that's maybe what they were trying to go for, was having that obvious tone shift, go from being a very campy, fun show to just, her being a spy. But creating this Ryan McQuaid guy and having him be the perfect match for her and, all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like if they still did like a 6th season, they would have done like a Rachel Ross thing and had Augie come back, and they would have, tried to push them be together once more. I don't know.
Yeah, that relationship. I don't know if you ever saw that relationship in show.
No.
Yeah, that relationship I think was one of the biggest flaws of the show.
Yeah, because it just
Like one of the biggest, like, not. It is my opinion that relationship is a weak point for the show, but I feel like that there's not many people that are going to disagree with that.
I don't think she necessarily needed him as like a will they won't they thing. I think they just followed the cliche plot lines.
I think that they tried it and then they realized just how they have great chemistry on screen, but
Yeah.
like great brother sister chemistry,
Yeah.
great like bro chemistry. Augie is a bro, right? We know this. Did you see the episode with his flashback to Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Okay, we know Augie is a bro. That's who he is, and he became Annie's bro. And then they had this arc where they tried to push them together as like romantic interests, and that to me was very
Yeah, because once I saw that happen, and then I was just reading synopsis, obviously, but it seemed like just the dynamic shifted completely after they, ended their relationship or whatever.
That is true. Their dynamic did shift after their relationship ended. I think we have different opinions about that fact, but it is true that their relationship that their dynamic changed.
And then I saw like in season 4, they were trying to take down Henry Wilcox, so she, spoilers for anyone out there who wants to watch Covert Affairs, but she, faked her death and all that. I thought that was a brilliant way for, Annie Walker to kind of fully, this is where, she makes that move to be just a full-on spy. I thought that was a cool concept. I was not too mad at that. But I think the moment where the show completely shifts is when she gets shot by Lena. I think that's her. Yeah, Lena. And she like comes back to life. When she tries to close her nose or hold her nose to kill her, she gets resuscitated. I think that's the moment that ending Annie Walker's here, like the new reborn Annie Walker's here. I think it's a symbolic thing. But you can see like the whole thing shift in season 3, where now she's, she obviously has some sort of feelings for Augie, and is now just willing to just put herself into the job to distract herself and sleep with that Simon Fisher guy to get information. That's not something she was necessarily doing early on. But she fully commits to being in this spy life. Yeah, I think there's a lot that they could have done, and it would have been a pretty interesting. It's still a pretty cool show. It's just it didn't go the way I was expecting it to. Like, you could put the blame on like USA probably for wanting them to shift the tone, and I'm guessing they just did not know how to bounce back or do it properly.
Yeah, we talked about this as well. Well, we actually White Collar sort of dodged it.
I don't know how they were able to dodge it.
Not entirely, but they were able to dodge it more than Suits or Covert Affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Ooh, this is interesting. This is a show that I regard quite highly that you don't. We get to do this from the other side.
I know. This is good.
Except I'm enjoying this more than you enjoyed it when I was bashing Lucifer. I also like Lucifer less than I think you like Covert Affairs. Or maybe you like Lucifer. I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, so yeah, they definitely do this change in relationship. Lena, I really liked Lena. I did. She was mark it on your bingo cards. She was an actress in 24, and an amazing actress in 24. One of the best characters of 24 is played by Sarah Clark. So good. Where to begin? Not on Lena. I don't have that much to say about her, other than I think she was a really good character, and I think that Annie leaving Joan for her really puts their relationship,
Yeah,
Annie and
I
Joan.
think
That is,
they use Lena as a great plot device. It's a good
they definitely do, um, and I think that Annie's time being so short in that kind of wastes that.
Yes, I agree with that because that was like what all of 4 episodes, I think.
I think it was less than that. I mean, Lena was around for a little bit longer, but Annie spent.
Yeah, she didn't spend barely any time. Like I think it was the 4th episode after she just because that's when I stopped watching. I think that's when she got. It was I guess 3.5 episodes more or less. I think. But it was like around that episode where she got booted.
Say that based on the way you've described your synopsis, you didn't read a very good synopsis. Like you didn't read a show or a synopsis that sums up the show very well.
I mean, I just read whatever was like on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, because I mean it's missing some very key elements of the show.
Could you give me some of those key elements, please?
Sure. I think the show comes back around, and not to the heights of season 1 and 2, which I regard as equally good for the most part. But it does what Annie Walker values more than anything, and I think we talked about this, is no, we talked about Augie. Augie values agency more than anything, and that's compromised when he loses his sight.
Yeah.
Annie Walker values independence more than anything, and that's why she was able to acclimate so well to being a spy. That's why she was able to, as we see as the seasons go on, she's able to dig really hard into her missions. Why she becomes so dedicated to this work is because of her. Oh, look who it is!
It's Slack Reed.
I will finish this thought and then I'll stop because Jexley don't care.
But I want to hear it, John. I like this.
The reason that Ryan McQuaid, who you don't like, or whose character's presence you don't like, I should say, you never actually met Ryan, fills a good role, I think, is because it comes at a moment where Annie's independence and her job and also her life are intensely compromised by something completely out of her control. When she has her heart murmurs,
her heart condition,
which the show downplays the seriousness, or I should say Annie downplays the seriousness of that issue. But it is a very critical thing. And so what she gets is an opportunity to actually decide what is most important to her.
Okay.
And she has the moment at the very end. You read the synopsis talked about the the ending.
I actually watched the final moments of this series. Yeah.
Okay. So what I described it to you as. Do you think that was accurate? It's like if Suits had stopped on whether or not Harvey was going to go to Seattle or not. Maybe a little bit more intense than that.
Yeah, I thought that the ending was fair. Like, if you watched the show through and through, you would totally be like, oh, I understand all this. Since I didn't watch it through and through, I had to kind of read closely into the synopses and see, like...
I also think Ryan McQuaid's character, though it is obvious from the get-go that he is there to fill the role of a sensible romance for Annie, who didn't get very many sensible romances throughout her
I mean, she
arc.
just had no person to go back home to, or some like form of just humanity. Because again, like I said, they took that route of creating this character that just fully becomes a spy.
I should also say that wasn't, at least on my part, that wasn't a complaint. I'm not saying like, oh, she definitely should have had a romantic partner.
No, that's not necessary. I'm fine with the story about a character, like I said, that just slowly becomes just a 100% spy, fully ingrained in this life. And I think it's really cool because you even had like signs of foreshadowing, where like that professor, and like the pilot was like, don't join the agency.
Yeah.
Don't do it. And you see just all this crazy stuff that happens to her. I mean, she pushes everyone away. And Ben Mercer.
So I guess you liked Ben Mercer.
No, I don't really care about Ben Mercer.
Okay.
I just wish they did something with him. It's just a waste of a character.
No, I didn't. I hated Ben Mercer from the very start. Oh, look who decided to show the fuck up. If it isn't the Slad himself.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Ollie.
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 Oh, that's Dean.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Oh, yeah, John.
Welcome.
You made John
Would you
very
like
happy.
to say hi to the internet?
Oh, yeah, we're
Hello.
streaming right now, Dean. We're streaming right now.
Hello. Hello.
Johnny, I'm going to try to rip a lot of this and put it like and make it for like the Covert Affairs podcast. When we make our...
Do you...
I would love to continue to this like that.
I think you should watch the rest of Covert Affairs.
I can't, John. I can't. But I think this would make it. We had a good start for it.
So I think you should watch the rest of Covert Affairs if you want to do a podcast on it.
I just wanted to continue to get your take on it.
Sure, and I want your take as well.
I don't know if I could watch it because now I know like the direction it goes, and it's not like what I would have enjoyed seeing.
I'm not saying you have to watch it, but I'm saying if we do a podcast, you should probably watch the rest of it. Like if you want to do a podcast, you should watch the rest of it.
I mean, we should because like we did like what 20 minutes, 25 minutes just talking about this. I think we're already halfway there.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Daniel, what'd you get up to today?
A whole lot of nothing.
Did you go into work?
No, I didn't work. I was
You
working
worked
from
home. Yeah. Our friend Daniel's had a sore back. He hurt his back pretty bad a couple days ago, and has been.
Yes, if you're watching this
suffering.
in the future, send Dean $5 on Venmo.
Finally, it's come back around, Dean.
Wow, finally, I'll make money.
Yes, send $5 to Dean on Venmo.
Hit up Dean on Venmo.
I don't know what his Venmo is, but it's.
I don't even know my
1, 2, 3.
to be honest.
What's that?
Well, I actually said it.
You said it like 19 times in our podcast.
Yeah, we were talking the show Covert Affairs.
Who's that?
It's another USA show.
Oh, okay.
And it's, I believe, the first show that Zaman's ever given up on.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I am proud. I love Covert Affairs, but I'm very proud of Zaman for giving up on a show that he didn't like.
Yeah, I was watching it last night, and I could tell like the direction the show was going, and I was just didn't think it was going to go well. So I just read some, Wikipedia synopsis of what goes on, and I was just like, yeah, that's just not for me. Like I said, I got very spoiled by like Breaking Bad and all that other stuff. So it's like there's certain like I don't mind like more tragic style plot lines now, or like a character just you see a character go down a different path, and the writers are okay with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it looked like they were trying to do something like that because like the show's about this, young girl that turns into like a CIA agent, a spy.
This woman, she's like 25, 26. She's not a girl.
Okay, fine. She's middle-aged or middle 20s woman.
Middle-aged
woman becomes a spy. It's like the
woman
Rookie.
in her 20s.
It's like The Rookie. Check out Nathan Fillion on The Rookie on ABC. Amazing show. No, this is like whatever mid to late 20s. I think she's like 28 actually when she starts at the age.
Maybe she is older than that.
Yeah, but she's whatever. Woman becomes CIA agent. She's very young, naive, and kind of like the doe-eyed girl. And the whole process, at least what it looks like, is they try to take this young girl, and turn her into this super spy, which they do. But the problem is, I don't know how they handled it the way I would have liked it, because they turn it into the classic procedural where there's like a will they, won't they, and
yeah, of course,
all that stuff. But like I thought it would have been more interesting to do like a tragic character that, because the writers kind of have her the show becomes a lot darker as the series progresses, and this character goes from being this very doe-eyed, naive person to becoming a cold-hearted spy.
A stone cold.
You went
Cold Stone, which I believe is in Ice Creamery.
Yeah, Cold Stone Creamery, check them out. But
not sponsored.
Not sponsored yet. So she goes into this thing, but over time she slowly drives away people in her life that make her human, like her sister and her nieces. They all, she pushes them away. The people that I feel like she finds closest in her life also kind of move on. And I thought it'd been more interesting just to let her be alone as just this spy that's fully committed to the life. But instead they create like this perfect male that shows up in the final season to sweep her off her feet and kind of be like that partner in life, which I was like, that's a cheap cop out that now it turns into just a traditional will they, won't they drama that we've seen a million times over. So I wasn't too fond of that as well.
Cheap cop out.
But yeah, and then obviously just the writing was not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think the show, if I had never watched Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, or Peaky Blinders, I would be like, oh, this show's great, Johnny. But I've just been spoiled now. And I love the idea of going against the grain and doing something that's different. And doesn't always have to end happy. It can end, with characters dying and just ending up alone and being, in sorrow. Ten out of 10 game, no flaws.
Wow. It's almost like John tearing down Lucifer.
The show it's fair. I don't know what I would rate it.
Yeah,
I'll say it's
I'm struggling.
It's better than Killing Eve season 4. It's better than Killing Eve.
Because you did not finish the show. I think your perspective from that is incomplete.
Well, it's like this. I'm gonna give you an interesting analogy. I think one of the reasons that really turned me off is because I got used to this show that was a classic USA show, which was, it's a procedural thing. It's a case of the week. It's got the kind of low key, family friendly vibe to it, and then it turns into this, like I said, I'm watching 24 or something. It's I'm trying to give you like
you can't say that you've not watched 0 episodes.
I'm just 24. Okay. What show can I say like that's a?
What is a high octane show that you've watched? Because that's not really what 24 is.
Okay, fine. We'll say just, but even like Hawaii Five-0, that's a high octane show, but it's got like great moments of just being a lighthearted comedy and having those moments. Okay, we'll say Breaking Bad, but not at the same quality of Breaking Bad. So the show goes from being this USA show to being just like a Breaking Bad season 4, season 5 kind of vibe. Not the same quality, but just a very intense, dark tone, which I was not used to. Which I guess that completely shifted the tone. It's like I was watching a different show. It's like, Dean, you go from watching Mean Girls one day, and now all of a sudden it's become Blacklist. You know, that's not something you expect. It's like,
Yeah.
what am I watching now? Like, this isn't Mean Girls. This isn't the same concept. And now it's turned into Blacklist. That's kind of what this show did. It just did a full, like, 180 kind of tone shift. Even, like, the theme song. I was telling Johnny, like, the intro is, like, very campy, very, like, lighthearted, cool animations, very kind of fun. And then it turns into just covert affairs, just like a, you know, just a text title card. No music, nothing. And I'm just like, all right,
But that change in character is something that you have praised a lot in shows like Breaking Bad.
yes.
So what is it about Covert Affairs' changing character that turned you off to the show?
I just don't think it was done as effectively.
All right. I mean, I agree with you on that front. I think the show changed in tone, it changed in character, and I think that it was not handled as well as it should have been. And I think that the show suffered because of it. I agree with you 100% on that front. Now, I think that I have a different opinion on some of the like aspects that they used to bandage it up that come later in the, well, not a different opinion. I have an opinion informed by the show on on some of the changes that come later.
Yes.
It's
because I did not finish the series, by the way. I stopped after the third season. A quarter way through the third season.
And again, let me remind you that I'm quite proud of you for being willing to do that, for being willing to give up on this show and say, you know what, this show's not for me, and I'm not gonna waste my time by continuing to watch it.
Yeah, because I don't think it's a bad show, because I looked at IMDb ratings. Like, the third season had some very, very high rated episodes, like episodes in the upper 8s and 9s, which is very impressive.
Yeah, I wouldn't value that too highly.
That's fair. But I was like, oh wow, but that just wasn't for me. I like some of the episodes, like the episodes when like IL would come in. Those were fun. Yeah. It kind of gave me that, you know, classic USA Network vibe where they would always have that one character show up every season. Like White Collar has it, Suits has it, even Psych has that kind of stuff. So you just have like the one recurring guy that shows up and everyone loves that.
Who is Psych? Who's that guy in White Collar?
Sorry, John. Who is that guy in White Collar?
Who does that? No, I'm serious. Who does that in White Collar?
I know there's someone. I gotta think. Oh, that Alex Hunter, whatever her name.
Oh, Alex Hunter. That's you're right, 100%.
Or right. Sarah Ellis as well, but she obviously becomes more of a main character.
Sarah Ellis has a very distinct.
But
arc.
I guess Alex.
She's not ever a guest.
Okay, and then Psych. I mean, they have like the.
If you say Pierre Despero, you're just wrong.
It's Pierre
Despero fills a very different role.
It's Pierre Despero. That's actually a very.
It's not Pierre Despero.
Why?
Well, first off, he only shows up in 3 episodes.
That's all you need.
And 2 of them are in the same season.
I know, but he's like that one fun side character that people love. And
sure, right. That's a different group, though. Alex Hunter, 100% correct. You're very right. Alex Hunter and AL fill almost nerve-wrackingly similar roles in their shows.
Yeah, look up like Psych's like side characters. Dobson.
I don't even know who Dobson is.
Oh, dude, you haven't watched the ending. That's why.
Yeah.
Buzz McNabb.
Buzz, no. Again, he's a side character. Buzz
Mary Lightly or Mr. Yang, like the Yang girl.
The Yang trio is probably about as close. Just the guy from Westworld, really. I don't even know. His name is Mary, right?
Yeah, Mary.
Yeah, I guess that's about as close as Psych gets. I still don't love that answer, but
Father Wesley.
It's definitely not Father Wesley.
Oh God, what about Suits?
Suits has got a couple of them. Travis Tanner kind of fills that role.
I don't like Travis Tanner, man.
I know you don't like Travis Tanner. When we were describing the things you liked about Travis Tanner, your first one was great hair.
He has great hair, yes.
That's not true. His hair is awful. So greasy.
Bro, he has an impeccable hairline. Yes, guy has great hair. Okay, let me see if I can find some good side characters. Yeah, I guess I have a lot of people like Dana Scott, Old Scotty, you have Cameron Dennis, Travis Tanner, Sheila Zaz, shout out Rachel Harris.
Dana Scotty is a good one too. Although Scotty becomes a little too main during that third season.
Yeah, I would have said like someone like Robert Zane, but obviously he becomes pretty big. Sean Cahill, I think that's a pretty good one, right?
He doesn't show up till too late. I mean, that's okay. Like, that's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, he shows up in season 4. Jeff Malone.
Not Jeff Malone.
Jack Soloff.
Definitely not Jack Soloff.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
I guess Suits doesn't have a great parallel to that.
that's just it, because I guess, I mean, we talked about it, they have a different tone to the show that they really committed on, I think, early on, and then especially like by like season 3. That tone really shifted.
And they abandoned it.
Why do you think they didn't do as well of a job, like in comparison to Covert Affairs, with that tone shift to a more darker approach?
I don't think it has anything to do with like the writing of the show. I think it's that the show, the core relationship of Suits was always Mike and Harvey, right? There's, all right, not to get too theory of storytelling on us, but there are, in essence, 3 kinds of stories that you can write. There's the human heart in conflict with a foe, the human heart in conflict with a friend, and the human heart in conflict with itself.
Yes.
The White Collar and Suits and Psych, for sure, are both the second type, human heart in conflict with a friend. Because all of everything there is about their procedurals, that's all really second fiddle to the relationship, in all 3 of those cases, bromance, between the main character and the main character's sidekick, basically. Sean and Gus, Mike and Harvey, Neil and Peter, right? Covert Affairs is not the human heart in conflict with a friend. The Covert Affairs is the human heart in conflict with itself. Because, though there is a mid-tier bromance between Augie and Annie, and that relationship is really strong, at least at the beginning of the show. At the end of the day, Annie is the sole main character of that show. And it's Annie acting as Annie, being independent of everybody else, that defines the show. And so as the show shifted to the same way that all those USA shows of that era did, they shifted to slightly darker storytelling, shifted away from comedy, shifted away from shifted away from its sort of roots as the kind of show that you were describing, as the sort of lighthearted kind of show. The shows that really relied on their bromances, which were many times played for laughs, sort of lost that aspect. And that's when we saw those shows become, I say those shows, White Collar actually dodged it mostly, and its moments when Peter and Neil were in conflict were some of my favorites of the entire show. But like Suits had a lot of moments with Mike and Harvey in conflict in season like 6 and 7, right? The whole spoilers for everything for anybody who's watching this stream. I don't know if anybody is.
I mean, they've always had some form of conflict.
They did.
Thank you for the
Yes, there we
subscription.
go. They always have had some conflict, but like in season 6 and season 7, it got like deceptive, and it got. Oh god, I can't take that seriously. I made a huge mistake by pressing that share button.
It's like, I'm coming, baby. Ah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Daniel. What was I talking about?
The conflict with Mike and Harvey.
Mike and Harvey, yeah, they had the whole like Brooklyn housing prison debate. Even in as early as season 4,
Yep.
when they had the Mike going off on his own.
Yeah, to that investment.
I actually quite liked it. I wish they had leaned in harder to that.
Yes, I like that
because
well.
I think that was where that could have very naturally grown, that tension between Mike and Harvey. It could have started there. And they sort of abandoned it and tried to get it back later, which I think was a mistake. But as that shift happened to covert affairs, what we really got the opportunity to do is to look inside of Annie. Annie, we see her start to push her family away, and we see this ironically by her that process begins by trying to get closer to her family, by telling the truth about her job as a spy to Danielle.
Yeah,
it's sort of ironic and even a little sad that push happens as a start of Annie trying to open herself up, and we see how Annie's world seems, and I put that in quotes, to react to Annie opening up, and that is very poorly. I see you're getting the sponsorship bit in there. Nice job.
Yeah, product placement. Cliff Garden, Dance and Such Emporium.
Cards.
And so I think that as the show develops, we get to see the side of Annie that is, dealing with the costs of her being a rogue agent, the human cost of her acting on her own, the human cost of having no leader. And I think that works really well for the show. Not perfectly.
Do you see her deal with it at all, like in a way?
Yes, you definitely do.
What are some ways?
Well, I think the biggest way that there's two big ways. The first one is big spoilers for the seasons. Again, just reminder. At the end of season 3, she murders Henry Wilcox. Oh, good God. Very cool. She murders Henry Wilcox in Hong Kong, and then drops off the grid.
Yeah.
And then we see this, back to roots reckoning for her at the beginning of season 4, when she comes out of the cold and reintegrates herself into the CIA. We see that the cost of pure independence was too high for her to pay. And so we get to see Annie dealing with that throughout season 4. And then in season 5, that option of independence, along with her job, her livelihood, and her ability to be herself, gets compromised even more when she starts getting those heart murmurs. And I think that her dealing with the fallout of those things is a really powerful way to go about her arc. I agree with you that I don't think that they did it as well as they could have. I think that Ryan McQuaid was placed at a poor time. I think that he was also, like you said, a little too perfect. Sorry, I am saying this, and I'm also watching the Minecraft chat war that's going on here. I think that that Annie I think that Covert Affairs was better equipped to make that change in its main character than Suits was, for example. I that's also an opinion. You're allowed, of course, you're encouraged to disagree with me, but that's how I see it anyway. But yeah, that's why I'm like the things that you picked up on from the synopsis that you've read. I agree that that there probably like a synopsis could exist that would give you the gist of the rest of the show. You just didn't read one. The show is not so overly complex that it would be unable to do that. But there's a whole bunch of stuff. Did you see the segment with Augie's promotion?
He got like promoted to DPD or something, right?
He gets promoted to to one of the 3 heads of the CIA, but that promotion comes at the cost of he needs to become overt.
Oh yeah, that was early on in the series. Yeah, I saw
that was pretty early on. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if you saw that. I haven't watched Covert Affairs in quite some time, actually.
Yeah, it was season 2.
I quite liked that. I think that was a big bro moment, and a big bro moment.
I just know that Augie will be fine. He'll just be slaying all the women he can get.
Yeah, that is true. Augie is a player. Yeah. I should rewatch Covert Affairs. If you're determined to do a podcast and you're also determined to not watch the rest of Covert Affairs, then I need to rewatch it.
No, and then I was like, I could honestly just rip this as an MP3 and just upload this. Like, this would be pretty darn good. We just have a good talk about like USA shows and
USA.
That's it. Like, Dean, you've watched Burn Notice, right? That's what Johnny said.
Yeah.
What did you think about that show?
I can't give any like really good analysis about it, just because like, the only time I'd ever watch is whenever I'd go over to my Nana's house and she would have them all like recorded on her DVR, and so we would just watch Burn Notice. But like, I liked the show. Like, I always thought it was interesting, but never like. Since I didn't watch it episode by episode, I think we just kind of more watched the random ones that were on USA, and I don't think USA ever really aired them in order. And so I never knew any of the plot of the show, but the show itself was fine. One of those movies or shows you just put on in the background and enjoy it, and do other stuff.
That's what I liked about, that's what I thought this would be like, where it's like a comfort show kind of thing. It's like comfort food. You don't have to like put your brain power fully into watch. You can just kind of have it on, enjoy it, and you can walk away without like feeling like strange yourself. And that's why when it took that dark shift for me, I was like, oh god, it's too much. I did that with like Breaking Bad and stuff, but I knew that going into it. That's what I was saying. I gave that analogy of like it went from Mean Girls to Blacklist, for me at least. But I've been seeing a lot of trailers of Burn Notice. I thought I might check this show out. This up and coming show from 2007.
Up and coming show from 2007.
That might be my joint. Man, it's good Jack can't hear all this. He would just be like, guys, these shows suck. Just watch Breaking Bad. That's all you need.
That far from that point yourself, mister.
But I do like my USA shows. I like my White Collar, Suits, Psych. These are fantastic.
But they're nothing compared to Breaking Bad. Oh, that show spoiled me. Oh,
that show did spoil me, John.
I know it did.
You're a fan of, the medias and writing and carry like that show is the gold standard if you want to just see all this stuff at its finest.
I told you why I can't watch Breaking Bad.
I wish that did not exist. If that situation,
me too. Boy,
watched.
Do I wish that didn't exist. Boy, do I wish that 13, 14-year-old me had not had that experience burned into his skull.
Yes. You could also watch Better Call Saul or Peaky Blinders. Those are also really solid.
the first episode of Peaky Blinders when I was in Dallas months ago, and I downloaded it with the plan. My plan actually was to watch it in the airport when my flight got delayed another 6 hours, but that didn't end up happening. Oh, Zaman, come here. That's most of my thoughts on Covert Affairs that I can say without rewatching the show, which I probably will do at some point. Do you hate anything in this gradient? Not this gradient, this random.
Not really, no. I don't see anything that I would change. This looks pretty darn good.
It's supposed to look like Warren Wood, you know.
Yeah, it does have that Warren Wood vibe.
All right,
All right,
Jack.
relax. Hey, Dean, how's
Very
your
good.
back feeling today, by the way?
Feeling much better today. Thanks for asking. You know, I was able to drive somewhere. I was able to walk around the house pretty easily, so I think it's getting better.
That's good, mate.
Hopefully. Prayers up.
Johnny, send some prayers. Prayers up. That's John transferring his prayer energy.
Prayer energy.
Yeah, to the power of God and anime. That was a good conversation, John, about our favorite USA Network shows and COVID affairs.
And Covert Affairs.
Which also is one of John's faves. It is better than... Oh, there we go. Johnny, send prayers to you in Minecraft. You got strength 100 and genuineness 69.
Wow.
So he was only 69% genuine to your prayer.
How about that?
That's pretty darn
Covert
good.
Affairs, yeah, Covert Affairs is one of my favorite shows. It is not my favorite show, but it's top 10.
Yeah. I think it's better than season 4 of Killing Eve.
You hate the season 4 of Killing
Oh,
Eve.
dude, that was just a waste of time to watch.
That's not gonna happen.
You're going to watch it, and I want to hear your reaction to it. I think you're going to love it, and you're going to be like, Zaman, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Do you actually think I'm gonna love it?
I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm okay with hating it. There's a lot of shows that I love until the last season or the last couple of seasons and then hate the last season.
Yeah, Lucifer. Hint, hint.
Lucifer falls into there. Game of Thrones. Oh, talk about a disappointment.
Wait, you watched Game of Thrones and you call me a normie? What the heck?
Yeah, no, there was definitely plenty of room for you to fight back on that. You just never did.
Sorry, I didn't know
So
you
I
watched
took advantage of your ignorance on that front.
I didn't know you watched Game of Thrones. What the heck?
I talked about Game of Thrones before. I read the Game of Thrones books, goddammit.
Okay. Well, that's... haven't you seen the memes? It's like Vince Gilligan, the guy who made Breaking Bad. He was like, the Game of Thrones ending is so bad, he had to make another Breaking Bad movie to show them how to do it right.
So bad.
Social media
It's
was
so
sad.
bad. I remember, a couple years ago, you, me, and Dean over there were talking about it. And Dean is somebody who did not watch the rest of Game of Thrones. And he watched just season 8, just separately. And he was like, oh, I don't know what the fuss is about. This is pretty good. Do you remember having this conversation, Dean?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I enjoy, yeah.
It certainly is spectacular. I'll give you that.
That'll be Johnny when he watches Killing Eve. He'll be the only person. I mean, John, the IMDb rating for that finale is like a 3.
The IMDb ratings mean almost nothing.
Johnny, that's the general public's consensus.
The general public. You just got quoted by the general public, John.
I have to see what the folks have to say about it. I was not pleased with it. The first 2 seasons of Killing Eve, I would say, are fantastic. Might be some...
The first 2 seasons of Killing Eve are why most of this map of Minecraft is called Russia.
Yes. Hello. I think I liked the first 2 seasons of Killing Eve more than I like Lucifer, which is saying quite a bit.
Like Lucifer in some?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not saying as much as I would have liked.
Would you want me to say, like, oh, it's better than Lucifer?
Because your opinion of Lucifer has come down quite a bit since the like punch of the finale.
Yeah, I need to rewatch. I was thinking about doing it today, but I was like, nah, I'll just put it off. I will watch it again. That was 10 out of 10 conversation, John. I'm gonna definitely cut this as like an MP3 and put it together, and consider using this as a podcast, like a special bonus episode.
All right, I'm letting you know right now that I object to that. I don't think that that's a good idea.
Oh, you don't think so? How come?
I would like to be more informed about covert affairs before I talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel that strongly about it. Like, if you really want to, you can. But
I can. I just was like, 'cause I don't know if we'd actually ever do anything on it, and I thought this was the most in-depth conversation that we could have on USA shows like that. Look at this thing that Jack's made. It's a big fire pit. This one.
it's also telling that fire pit is Queen Margaret.
Don't worry, there's a blue flower. Jack will get the blue flower reference. Maybe he will, I don't know.
He's reckoning with it at this very moment. Oh, I see he basically co-opted my gradient. Thanks a lot, Jack.
I don't know what flowers mean. Cornflower.
The cornflower. Do you put as much weight into IMDb ratings as you do? You seem like the exact person to ignore that.
Jack got me on IMDb, by the way. No, John, I've officially naturified the Roman area.
Very good. Oh God, I have to be up at 5:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, John's living his best life. You gotta go make people coffee, John.
I know.
Have you had any really weird orders yet?
Not newly.
Well, that's good.
It is what it is.
Dean, you should take a trip to Sarasota so you can get a weird order made from John.
I think that's a great idea.
I will get iced lemon loaf and caramel macchiato
It's not a weird order.
with a hint of cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
It's an impossible order.
Oh, you guys don't have cayenne, I'm assuming.
We can put a sriracha packet in there if you like.
So Taco Bell sauce. Lots of Taco Bell sauce in mine, please.
Lots of Taco Bell sauce.
What about if we did a iced lemon loaf blended with one of your pink drinks?
Oh,
Can you imagine how that would taste?
psychopath. It would taste vile.
It would taste vile. That is true. Dean, can you imagine that? A pink drink with an iced lemon loaf blended in it?
I actually don't think it would taste that bad. Like, I think you could do a lot worse.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. Okay, what if we took one of those, the chicken caprese sandwich or something, and blended that in like a drink?
I think we would refuse that. Like, I think we could comfortably refuse that.
It's like, I want a water blended with a chicken caprese.
Ew.
Just a water.
He's so nasty.
Yeah, I think. In fact, I think it is our moral obligation to refuse that.
That's fair.
Are you just watching me build a wooden
Yeah, I
plank?
naturified everything I wanted, man.
Go do something. I mean, you don't have
Okay,
to.
I'll go play with Jack then.
Jack here?
Oh, Jack's in the call. When did you get in here, Jack?
Hello.
Oh,
Rella.
cool. You TP me to
No, he TP'd you
Oh,
to me.
What the heck, man?
That's all three names are in that command.
You monster. What the heck?
It's John tried to get rid of you. That's not very nice.
How's it going, Jack?
Good. What are you up to over here? Pretty. Oh, I tell. Whoa!
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, you put the nausea.
Oh God! I'm
I
gonna be
can't
sick.
stand that effect.
He's gonna bust.
With the rope.
With the rope.
So what do you got going on over here, Jack? Mine's very obvious. So do you want to explain to us what you're doing over here?
Yeah, so as always, in everything I do in life, I get my inspiration from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Of course.
Nice.
Free Johnny Depp. He is free now. God bless. Fuck Amber Heard. Piece of shit liar.
Jack, we're streaming, by the way.
I know. What are you afraid to back up Johnny? You're part of the problem. You must support Amber Heard. He supports Amber Heard. Clip it.
We gotta
Cancel
take an
him.
intermission.
Post it on Twitter. He supports domestic abuse. Zaman supports domestic abuse.
Take an intermission.
And so getting my inspiration from that. This is going to be a bombed building. The ship came through here and bombed it. I don't have the ability to build a ship. I was thinking about maybe in the future if I get down that line.
It's okay. There's plenty of abandoned ships around here, so one of those.
Yeah,
could be the
it's
one
like
that-
copy paste one of those over here into the water. Those little dinky but terrible ships.
Yeah, I think you're better off just putting a Minecraft boat in the water and like building an enormous cannon on top of it.
Actually, that'd be kind of funny.
It would be hysterical. I also think we should try and build a boat.
I kind of like that idea better though. That's pretty funny. Anyways, it's a building that's been bombed from the river.
Johnny's bringing a boat over for that. A comically large
bombed from the
cannon.
river, but I don't know how I'm gonna build up the walls and stuff. I'm kind of stalled at the moment. I got like the base done. But
Johnny was a big fan of your gradient that you have here.
yeah, you like that?
Yeah, it's really just fabulous.
That's very creative.
Basically just flying around, placing blocks at random, and just switching it up and filling in the holes as I ran. Just flew around, clicking.
It's looking clean.
nice the fire stays on anything.
Yeah, that is really nice.
But this castle kind of protected everything else behind it. Saved the rest of the island. It was a sacrificial building.
Oh, look at you, John. Turn up, John. Turn up. Let's see that brain work. Here, I'll go on the spectator mode.
Actually, we'll do. It'll be nice. We'll have. Let me get some.
Was this like pine tree here before?
No, I just naturified everything. I put like a bunch of trees.
It looks really nice. I like that a lot.
So it filled everything out, man.
Flower here, I like. I think that looks good.
Yeah, this like little city area is almost done. John's finished.
You know what that is? That's Jack Sparrow's boat when we first see him.
Oh, this is great, Johnny.
As it's sinking.
So that is the first part of it, but of course, we also need to build the enormous cannon on it.
Oh, you're making like a little circular one.
Where's your fucking square cannon?
I don't know how a cannon looks like, John. It's like from like the 1960s Batman show. Do you think we could have like an actual piston shoot something? It doesn't have to be like a TNT, obviously, but like...
Yeah, we can have it shoot something.
Just be like, wow. Thori, boss, I thought you wanted me to shoot the building.
That might be a good way to actually do it. Put just a couple pieces of TNT inside the building so it's a natural explosion rather than trying to make.
We can kind of just throw some walls up. I can help you with that if you need.
Yeah, please do, because I like I said, I don't really know what to go from here, but I like that idea of.
Don't worry, I have nothing else to do right now, so I will take some of these blocks and I will use them. I got some of the blocks. I'm gonna start putting it up. Okay, you're gonna take that side. I'll do this side.
I mean, it doesn't have to. Obviously there can be holes, so just place away. That's all I'm doing. Doesn't even have to be symmetrical or anything. It's all getting blown up. Doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense. That's the beauty of a blown up building.
Beauty of the blow up.
And by beauty, I mean it's ugly, but that's the point.
Oh my God, John! Look at that thing. Oh, John, I didn't tell you this, but it looks like they might be replacing the current Rebirth map in Call of Duty with a new map. I don't know if they're going to keep the same Rebirth map as a separate thing, but they're releasing a new map like in the next season update.
Which, isn't that like 10 days or something?
Yeah, June 22nd, but people don't know if it's coming day one or if it will come midway through the season. But the problem is, I was watching videos and this map is like 3 times the size of the current Rebirth map. So the current Rebirth map is 2.4 million pixels, I think he said, and this new one's like around 7 million pixels.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that makes it 3 times worse.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was worried about, because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of like that small.
How many people?
How many people?
If they don't add that many people, if maybe they only add like 10 extra people or something, maybe it'll stay fairly fine. But it still does.
It was like that small close quarters.
The whole thing of that game mode Resurgence is that It is so small. as far as I'm concerned, that's the reason that I like that game mode, is because it is.
Yeah. The regular game mode sucks compared to.
Yes, and that's what this is going to become closer like is, when you have so much more space on the map, and everything's going to be wide open because they don't want people like in buildings anyways. So.
Why I like Knife Fight, right, is because it's so like small and compact, and you're just forced to engage with the other people. There's no benefit to not playing the game, right? And that's something that we see when we do see it occasionally in Rebirth, like more often than I wish we did. But it's something we see all the time in like actual Warzone, is that the game really rewards players for sitting around till the very end for playing cockroach strats, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that those are objectively bad, but that's not what I want to do when I play Call of Duty, right?
You want to fly heavies.
Well, even that, I've started to become disillusioned too, right? This ring is too big. Do it like, is that better? Yeah, even this we want to shape him. So, yeah, that's very bad as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I was not pleased with that, and I'm sure a lot of other people are in the same.
I mean, if it's just extra content, fine, right? What they should really do is dedicate time towards fixing bugs.
They don't do that.
But they don't do that because they don't have to, because the game sells 17 billion copies. And because schmucks like me still buy it.
How tall do you want to make these walls, Jack?
I don't know. I'm open to whatever.
Does your girlfriend know that?
The only thing I'm worried about is we have to make sure it doesn't like break through. Maybe have to make a bedrock barrier between all of Johnny's stuff too, because I don't want like the TNT if we do that.
Well, we're not gonna. I mean, we could literally blow up one TNT at a time.
Okay.
It's just for the effect of like putting holes in it.
So instead of doing walls, let's also like try to make areas like pockets inside this building.
Yeah, it's just
make like little rooms, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's just kind of making it look like it was hit by some cannons.
Yeah, so you can have some really cool like debris inside rather than just having a big crater in the ground.
Well, anyway, that's a teaser, everybody, for Volcaronite Video 2, Call of Duty.
I love Call of Duty. Actually, I don't. And then you start the video like that. He's gonna light it up.
This is a test. I want to see how much damage it does. Oh, that's quite a bit.
I'll have to like kind of patch it up a wee bit.
Yeah, that did more than I thought it would, actually. Okay. Right. Good enough.
Let's add like another layer on top, like for this ground then. I'm trying to... We gotta leave the little blue flower, man.
Yeah.
For little Ignacio. Holy cow, John, you're making like a proper cannonball there.
It's like the cannons. They're wheeled around, and that's what the wheels are supposed to look like. You can see the nice little. This is all, of course, supported by this boat here, so it's all appropriately sized. And then I
fire in the hole.
I gotta build a TNT cannon.
Okay, that worked a little bit nicer.
I mean, you don't have to. We could just do.
Right here. Wow.
Do something like that.
Wait, what are these 4 TNT blocks for?
Getting shot out of cannons midair.
Oh.
Oh, what if we? I don't know how we did. Is there a way we can make it like cannon smoking, cobwebs, or like a campfire? I feel like nothing would make it look.
Johnny has like smoke inside his alley.
Yeah, I did that with campfire. We can do it with cobwebs and stained glass. Yeah, absolutely. The other thing is, this doesn't need to be made of TNT. Like, we can do it a more cannonball-y color.
Like netherite.
Yeah, I'm just not that talented, Johnny. So that was my basic man solution. That's the beginner Minecraft solution.
We'll build it back up. The beginner Minecraft solution. No, let's.
Man, what is that block? It looks nice.
This is netherite. This is the block of netherite. This, of course, we've built this cannon out of by far the most expensive block in Minecraft.
Yes,
it would be legitimately easier to build this out of beacon blocks. Let's see here. No, I think what we want to use here is like this.
Right, hey, Jack, what do you think about what I've done so far inside? I just blew up a few TNTs and added some like extra cratering. So the land is a little bit more uneven.
I like it. It looks very good.
I'm gonna try to make these walls a little uneven.
Oh, that's right. That's not gonna work. Coal.
What you do?
Oh yeah, baby. Look at this. Jack's building, or whatever was left of Jack's building, has this one little blue flower growing from it.
He's a builder.
This is the remnants of Sleed Corp.
Remnants of Sleed Corp.
Dang, John, you even make like a little wheel here. So cute. Oh, 2 wheels. It's so large for this tiny boat.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I thought that was the idea, that it's just like disgustingly large.
Perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
I just want to get shot out of it. Whoa. You put a little flag up here, or a banner, a white flag. What color do you want that to be? I can.
White flag. White flag's one.
It's surrender.
Oh.
Wave the white flag.
Oh dang. Okay.
Here we go. And we do this. Get me some cobwebs. We want the stained glass pane.
Oh yeah, look at this place. This thing looks like sadness.
It looks like sadness.
Yeah, man. But there is hope in the center of this little piece of dirt. A flower of hope.
Only one interpretation of this scene. Another interpretation is that there's an enormous, 15-foot wide cannonball that's currently being fired.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, dude. Made out of netherite. Look at this netherite stuff. We got money like that, bro. And John has creative writing major. Got so
Close
many
enough to
riddles.
the truth to be okay.
So many
Darn it
blocks
is.
here. Get rid of netherrack. It's tough. Flint and steel. Oh, the stained glass pane. Interesting.
I don't know if the glass panes have the effect that I wanted.
What if you like the glass blocks? Or is that not?
The glass blocks won't either. I'll try them.
I don't know what sort of look you want, so.
Trying to make it look like smoke is coming off the. Try it with the. Oh, that's right. I have a texture pack on that kind of changes the glass.
Hey Jack, how late can you play till tonight?
I don't know. Probably play till 10:30 at the latest.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
Maybe
it's
it's earlier than that, honestly.
God.
Okay, yeah, Johnny, because Johnny has to get off early, so I was
John
thinking.
needed to get off like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was like, if you once you wrap this up, we could call the stream and then we go play some Call of Duty or something as well. Do the knife fight.
I don't
I
know
don't
if
think
I have
that's too
time.
bad.
Oh yeah, we can roll a couple games of knife fight. I like that. No, Johnny, I think that looks great.
That'll do.
This looks fantastic.
Look at this puppy, man. I think the city's almost complete, John. I mean, all we have left is like your like little city block. So I'd say maybe another 100 hours, we'll be done with our city.
This did not take 100 hours, Lamont.
I'm just
Johnny,
joking.
day.
I was just memeing. Sorry.
100 hours. Pish posh. 50 hours at the most.
Yeah, it's fair. This is pretty cool, man. Look at all this stuff, and that we have. We started with nothing. This was literally just water, and now we've got the Devoe and this cool city.
Truly, the centerpiece of this entire thing is the disgusting atrocity that you've done off the border here.
Man, like look at this from the sky. This is crazy.
Yeah.
How much stuff there is.
This is one of the cooler worlds I've ever been part of.
Yeah, this is proper. I didn't know what we were gonna get because I wanted to build like a little city, and this was it. John's area is so cool.
Looking at it from the sky, and as much as I do like what I've built, from the sky, mine is not very impressive compared to yours, Zaman.
Well, because mine's more nature. Yours is like classic city vibes. When you get inside, man, pause. It's nice. Pause. It's cannonball.
I'm sorry, do you want to have sex with the road? Is that what you're implying with your paws?
No, I just didn't want anyone to.
Do you want to climb inside the sewer? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll go climb.
Do you want to climb inside my sewer?
No, I'm gonna go back to the villa. I think we finished up the Sleed Corp. Or the remnants of Sleed Corp in this beautiful
The remnants of Sleed Corp. What was Sleed Corp, Jack?
Huh?
What was Sleed Corp?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
What
This
was
building that
this
burned
building?
Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
Um,
Come on, creative writing major.
it was a school for children with diseases.
Sleed Corp.
Oh, good God.
It's like the Community Outreach Center 2.0 in this school has been... Dang, this took a very dark turn, John. This is like the
Yeah,
orphanage.
it sure did.
It's like the orphanage next to this village.
You built it out
Yeah.
of this dark brick. I was expecting you to say like a factory or something.
Some draconian
No.
place, and no, it's just...
No,
this was a.
this is a society that was ahead of its time on this island, and so back in this time, we got like the Roman, this is some high society stuff, and so they thought ahead, and they had this special center for these kids at the time, where elsewhere in other villages across the world they would just kill them. Here they tried to nurture them and treat them right, but Jack Sparrow came and blew it up.
Oh, man.
God. Wow.
Look at the lore.
Dark. Okay.
A new
Oh,
piece
boy.
of story to this world. How about that?
Yeah, it sure is.
The plot just continues to thicken.
Yeah, I mean the plots now quite clearly diverge into several different directions. We've
Yes.
got Zaman's rise to dictator.
Dictator.
We've got. That's exactly what a dictator would say. We've got Jack world building this city of three eras here, and then I've got like an eldritch horror thing going on. It's just
Place is
Just-
fantastic.
it's very interesting.
We've come a long way from the treehouse, gentlemen.
We sure have. Most of that was facilitated, of course, by creative mode.
Yes, thank you for the netherite blocks. We could not have done this without you, creative mode, and Glencliff Gardens plants and such.
I think that looks a little cheesy.
The fire.
Yeah.
I like the
Just
idea
kind
of having a little bit of animation there.
Just playing with the idea. Just messing around.
Let me wrap up this stream. We hope you enjoyed
It's in the
this.
day. So we'll see what it looks like in the day.
Nice. Make sure to check out our socials. We have a TikTok at Supper Dallas. Follow us on Twitch. We have a podcast, Supper Time in Dallas, available anywhere podcasts can be listened to. Check out Volcaronite, VOLCARONITE on YouTube. Amazing channel. Yeah, there it is, Volcaronite. Check it out on YouTube. Great video essays, high quality content. Something you're gonna
Great
like.
video essay, singular at this point.
Yes, and
There's
more to
just one.
come. More to come.
But there is more to come.
If you like classic games that are like 8 months outdated, you're gonna love his channel.
8 months.
Yeah. We appreciate you all. Jack, do you have any closing arguments? Closing arguments.
Johnny has AIDS.
Sure. Okay. Yep. That tracks with our brand, I suppose.
Thank you all.
Watch Covert Affairs.
Yeah, that's also good. Bye.
Bar brawl, sweaty balls. Does he get a lot of calls? Starbucks at the malls, blowing up the bathroom stalls. Sophisticated Doctor Who, watch a minute review. Streaming it takes two. AIDS, it's true. Drinking with the crew. Trapped inside my cubicle, singing musicals. English class, reading Crucible. We are getting closer, but we so far apart. Solar, thought I'd tell you this, since this is gonna be all over. Volcaronite, you better subscribe. If you don't, you might just die. Check out Celeste, his video the best. Volcaronite, you better subscribe. If you don't, you might just die. Check out Celeste, his video the best. check it out, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Check out Celeste, his video the best.